Hello everyone and welcome to another Super Science video of the Massachusetts Regional Library. I'm Miss Stephanie, one of the librarians here in the Youth Services Department, and today's experiment we're going to be doing salt dough fossils. And here is an idea of what they'll look like. And now fossils are evidence of an ancient plant or animal that's been preserved in rock, and it forms when a dead plant or animal is buried in sediment, which is like grains of sand or mud, and eventually the parts of the plant or animal break down and it leaves an imprint in the sediment, and it can take like millions and millions of years for this to happen, but fortunately we're going to be making some today, and it's going to only take 2 days instead of millions of years to do it. So we're going to do a simple salt dough. So for the ingredients you just need some flour, some salt, some warm water, a plastic cup, and this is optional. If you want to make your dough colorful, you can use food coloring. You'll need a large bowl. You'll need a few measuring cups, like 2 to 3. And you can use a spoon to stir. I'm going to use a spatula for the video. And then the fun part is you can use like little dinosaur toys. The library has some, or shells, or just like any little thing around your place that you think would make a good fossil. And this recipe will allow you to make several of the fossils so you can try different things. And last, wax paper to make our little fossils on. And if you don't have wax paper, you can use like a cookie sheet tray as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and start making our salt dough. Now let's add our basic ingredients first. Let's add 2 cups of flour. So here's 1, 2 cups of flour, and then we're going to need 1 cup of salt. Okay, so these are called our dry ingredients. Now let's stir these up together. I want to make sure that they're blended well. Alright, looks like they're doing good. And then what we're going to do is form a little hole or like a well in the center, and we're going to put the water in there. And if you want, this is the time to add your food coloring. You'll add it to the water. I'm going to put like 3 drops in here. 2, 3. Okay, put that down real quick so I can stir it too. Let's stir it with my other spoon. This helps your dough be more of a consistent color. My other batch, it turned out well, but the color was a little splotchy, so hopefully this blue will look better. So pour it in the center carefully. Here we go. Alright, 1 cup of water's in there, and then just starting in the middle, just stir it all together until it forms a dough. It doesn't usually take too long, and sometimes you got to scrape the flour from the sides. So I'm stirring. Looks like it's blending together nicely. There we go. Yeah, it's a little soppy, but there's still some dry flour on the bottom, and flour is something that keeps the dough sticking together and not falling apart and be all goopy. So let's keep going. May take a few minutes. And if it's still kind of goopy, I'm going to add just a little bit more flour to it. But see. Not quite there yet. All right, let me add a little bit more flour. Alright, I think I'm going to have to add more flour than that. So let me go grab my flour. I'm just going to put maybe about like half of the cup. But I'm going to add it a little at a time because I don't want it to be too stiff. So we'll do that first and see what happens. It's been a little better. Okay, good. It's starting to be less goopy. I can see it. Let's add a little bit more. Fold it in. Mix it up. Keep mixing. Alright, Still not quite there. All right, I'll add the rest of this. Oh, here we go. Now that's exactly how much I needed. It's becoming, I don't see any goopiness anymore. It's becoming more solid. This will take maybe a few minutes. Just keep mixing. Alright, actually I'm going to let it sit for a minute or two to just let the water, the flour, and the salt give a little more time to like mix together. So I will be right back in a couple minutes. Alright guys, so we waited a few minutes. Let's stir it again and see. Oops, it popped out. Alright, let's try again. There we go. So let's stir this up. You know what, I think it might work better if I use my hands actually. So let me put this aside. Yes, this is working better for me. All right. Okay, great. So this is much better. All right. So let's put it on here. We're going to flatten it. And you can use your hands to flatten it evenly, or you can use the plastic cup. I think I'll just use my hands, actually. And put this over here. And just make sure it's like just about the same. It's not like one end is like bigger than the other, just so it's nice and flat. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your cup and you're going to press it down, twist it around a little bit, and that's your first circle. Then go over here and we'll do another. And we'll go over here and do another. And you can usually get about 3 to 4 in a batch. Peel it off, put it over here. And then what I could do, I won't do it now, but I can flatten it and I'll probably get 1 or 2 more circles out of here. But 3 is definitely good enough to show you guys. So peel out from around the circles. All right, great. And then now you get to kind of make your own fossils. And so let's see, I got my little stegosaurus here. I'll press them in here. Press it down firmly, maybe like hold it for about maybe 5-10 seconds, and then gently lift it up for the imprint. All right, now let's do a shell. All right, we'll do 2 shells for this one right over here. Ooh, that turned out very nicely. All right, and then we'll find this cell right here. This is a nice skinny one. Press it down, hold it for a few seconds, and then lift up. And then finally, we'll do my favorite dinosaur, the Parasaurolophus. We'll put him right here, press down, and gently lift up. Yep, so there you have your fossils, and you just need to let these dry for 2 days. You can just leave them in a place where no one's going to be on a tray or just the wax paper. And then, so yeah, that's just a cool decoration you could make for your home or give as a gift. Everyone, well, I hope you enjoyed making your salt dough fossils, and today I'm going to share some books that I found when I was researching for this video. Now, the first is called The Dinosaur Club, the T-Rex Attack. It's by Rex Stone, and this is the first in an actual series. And in this series, the characters are Jamie and Tess. They're 2 people who are part of a dinosaur club, and they are to just identify fossils that they find on the coastline. And one day they go into a mysterious cave, which transports them back in time to the Cretaceous era, where the T-Rexes live. And so not only do they have to escape the T-Rex, they have to figure out a way to get back home. So they're fun little stories. And also what I liked is in the back, they have profiles with pictures, facts, information on each of the main dinosaurs that was featured in each book. I know there's one on Diplodocus, Stegosaurus. So yeah, this is a great, fairly new series, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you do too. And then here's the book that I used when I was, or the experiment came from actually. It's called Paleontology Lab, Explore Prehistoric Life with Art and Activities by Elise Olson. And this is full of a lot of interesting projects about paleontology, which is the study of prehistoric life here on Earth. And I'm just going to share a few of my there's like maybe 5 or 6 experiments in here, but I'm going to share a few of my personal favorite. And this is like insects can get trapped in amber. So you get to do a model amber insect, and that looked really cool. And I learned a lot of interesting facts from this book as well. I learned that each year about 40 to 45 new species of dinosaurs are discovered, and the best place to find fossils is on the coastline when they wash ashore. So this is great, has a lot of good information in it, and if you're interested in learning more about fossils and paleontology, this is the book for you. Well, thank you for joining me for this month's Super Science video. I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Have a good day. Bye.